The next talk in line is by Dr. Malay Kumar Deb. He's a director, Civil Engineering Consultancy Services Private Limited. We invite him to deliver the talk on potential of jute textiles in sustainable construction, a green demand. Dr. Malay Kumar Deb has been a promising and renowned consultant in civil engineering. He's from Tripura. He gained expertise in geotechnical engineering, achieving masters in civil engineering from Jadavpur University. Later, he has completed his Ph.D. from IIT Kharagpur and in this domain of structural engineering. He is an entrepreneur, and through his own 3 companies, he has accomplished diversified infrastructural projects worth more than 4,000 crores as a consultant in last 24 years. He has been immensely contributing by advocating uses of Jute Geotextiles and natural materials in civil engineering field as a sustainable practice. So over to you, sir.
Good afternoon, all of you. So there is a cause today. That's why we all are assembled here. Collectively, we want to reach to the next milestone with Jute Geotextile. I have been associated with Jute Geotextile since 2007 and still on. So come to this 15-minute session. Let me start just now. These are the 3 points that I will try to put the things that I want to express here. Some are unexplored use of jute geotextile. A few case studies and literature, thanks to all the earlier speakers. For them, at least 6 to 7 slides I can skip. Then some are the points, opportunities there, and what are the policy innovation required. Because there are several questions in our mind. To solve those questions, again we have assembled here, and we want to get this conference successful, to get some problems to be solved. So if you see the jute industries, these are the degradation line grade line I comprised of all the jute related goods. But I don't have data for the jute geotextile. I think that will be the elevated line. If data is there, it can put in the Excel, it will be elevated. So this is the new innovative material that last 30 years, lot of work is being done. And now for us, it is not innovation because it is already established. But I'll discuss in details what is happening in the ground from junior engineer to the chief engineers. And those means, because we have to connect them, communicate them. There are sufficient problems I found, which I will address here. So these are the questions in our mind, which everybody is having. Means I am convinced that all are the expert scientists here. So just to remind on that, in rural infrastructure like MGNREGA should be, roadworks, etc., do we see the use of jute geotextile? So I don't find any of MGNREGA, simply they make a earthen road and that. So we can just place a jute geotextile. This is the potential area of use. In PMGSY roadworks, we see the use of jute geotextile in a very less percentage. These are the questions already, these are in the mind, the previous speakers also mentioned this point. Is there any target, goals, achievements, or consistency that satisfy the requirements of green infrastructure? So I think National Jute Board is the leader or to take the jute forward. And we all are with them. So for that we need a system of this. There are obvious, a lot robust system is existing. But whether these things are, organized in the latest manner, collecting with all the communication device and tools properly. In riverbank protection works and water body restoration work, how much JGT is getting used? I am from a state of Tripura, which is the 3rd in size in the whole India, all of the states, 3rd smallest state. A district is equivalent in the West Bengal. There I can see enormous possibilities to use jute geotextile in a consistently we can use. Not just a project is coming. we are taking up the project design. It should be consistent. That should be our, our goal. The consistent use shall be the practice. It should be a practice. Should be our goal. Now in riverbank, it is there some pond in slope protection already they have shown our earlier speakers. In slope protection works, the use of JGT has to be reached the users. It has reached to railway department, but it is still to reach to the mass PWD people. Maximum are the government projects. Slope protection. Then jute geocell, it is very current in the research. Professor Srivalsha is working on that. And jute bricks, I have in 2008 visited Dhaka, Bangladesh University of Engineering and Technology. So they used to work from that time jute brick with jute fiber. So whether we can make the use of that. PBT jute drain. These are the good technology with JGT, but did the technology reach the users effectively? This effectivity is the question now. In 2007, with Mr. Chaudhary, I visited some of chief engineers. They don't believe us. First of all, they don't believe me. Then I took him come with me. So then, no, it will be degraded. Now, they all call me sometimes, yes, tell me how to do. So it is already 13 years. Now I believe, I find the next boosting is ready for us. The next sensitization is important. The next milestone we have to reach, we have to take. So this is one of the, that is site under Rudraprayag Forest Division. That is not my work. I'm impressed with this work, 2021. This is under Rudraprayag Forest Division. Similar work done by NJB also. The goats used to high slope, steep slope. The goats used to, travel in that, and this is the condition. Small check dam, they prepared. Both sides of the check dam, they use Jute Geotextile and slope protection. This is the greenery. The construction, that's I mentioned, this is not my project, but I'm very much impressed, so I put it here. So this is one of the project already demonstrated by Mr. Chaudhary in his presentation. Riverbank protection. Yeah. This is also the, you are aware of this from the input of the previous speakers. Now this is one of the road, PMGSY. This road is constructed in the year 2017. Now see the sustainability points. The name of the road you can see, and the constructed road length is 3 kilometers. The road is constructed in 2017. Cost saving 2.25 lakh per kilometer. Energy saving 1187 gigajoule per kilometer. CO2 emission reduced to 66 ton. Reduction in CO2 emission is 1.2 ton CO2 per ton of JGT. And how much ton of JGT will be used? Per ton, 1.2 ton of CO2 will be reduced. CO2 emission will be reduced. And for that, if we calculate the carbon credit, you should know that carbon credit is a future business, like stock exchange business is going on for the energy scenario. So 60 certificate per kilometer we can achieve. Minimum. It should not cross. It should not come below 60. It will be more than 60. So this is the cross section. If you look into. So this is the proposed sub base. This is the two layer of sand, 25 mm, 25 mm. Then we are putting the Jute Geotextile. Then this is the WBM 2, WBM 3, then the PMC. GSB, WBM 2 and WBM 3. This is the order. Now, this is the condition of the road before construction. This is the laying of Jute Geotextile. You can see all the NGB and EGRA people are there. They are invited. This is the present condition. This is the latest condition, 2023 May. So it's almost 6 years. 6 years. Now here is a question to address. You can see the design CBR was 5. Now there are 3 aspects. One is that as per IRC SP 72, if we design without Jute geotextile, it will come to 75. T3 traffic category and design CBR 5, it will come to 75 mm overall thickness. From the empirical relationship that has been established, if we use it, 1.5 tons of CBR we consider for the design purpose, enhanced CBR of the due to JGT, it is 225. New code came into effect in 2019. It will come in 250. So this new code is more conservative than the experimental research output or empirical relations as revealed as of now. This may put users disinterested in shifting towards JGT. So the new code I was associated with this work from the NGB. These are the 2 things that was in the debate. One is the empirical approach. Another is the mechanistic way to design from the initial reinforcement approach. So at the last moment, mechanistic approach they consider. So we are losing 25 mm, 50 mm we have saved in the earlier empirical relations, but 25 mm we are losing that benefits. So that is to be looked into in upcoming times during the revision and all. This is very, very important, I feel, because there are only reinforcement checking for JGT is not sufficient, because reinforcement checking for other geotextile is not similar like Jute geotextile, as Professor Madhavilata also mentioned. So there are something that we need to discover what is happening in the interactions between the Jute geotextile reinforcement and the soil interface. Because all the experimental results, I took all the results, all minimum enhancement 1.5 minimum, not lesser than that. Why should we not take the benefit? So this is a thing that we can save more. Now this is another road. It was MDR, Major District Road. Then it has converted to state highway. So 2008 it was constructed. That was for the design period of 1 MSA. Design CBR was 5%. And this was actually one side, 200 meter stretch only we have taken. Only 200 meter. One side with Jute geotextile in the interfaces we have kept. That too in the different provisions in the interface. Another side we have kept no GG, it's not JGT we have used. So here is the cross section. It comes like 7 meter. You can see 7 meter is the carriageway. Then here is the with JGT side, this one, and the without JGT side, this one. So we have kept both in the order 125 mm GSB, 100 and 270. We have provided 275 mm thickness, both sides. So what has happened? Now for design of IRC 37, if we use, we are supposed to give 430. 430 for the combination of CBR and the 1 MSA design traffic. 430 mm we are supposed to give. We have given 275 mm. If we consider the enhancement like 9 and 10 category, then it is coming GSB 150, granular base 225, 375. This is coming if we consider the enhanced CBR. But we have to consider this because 50 mm BM bituminous macadam we are providing there. So we have reduced around 100 mm, 125, 300, so 100 mm, around 100 mm we have reduced in the practical provision. So what happened? This is the installation of Jute geotextile. You can see at that time 2008. This is the conducting. We have conducted several Bankelman beam deflection tests, and this results also demonstrated in a paper communication. And some rating observations is going on in the different manner. And less than 3 mm rating we received. Less than 3 mm. This is the 2018. Yeah, 2018 picture. You can see Professor Rankor Chakraborty visited there from Jadavpur University at that time. Now, these are the opportunity. Infrastructure is increasing rapidly in India with sustainable construction needs. JGT has a way to go. Infrastructure is increasing 20 years back also. Infrastructure is booming up way up. You know, we listen from 20 years back. But now is the difference. Okay. Now is the difference. The difference is that we have to get into the sustainability, sustainable infrastructure development. So these are the already you have which are the area that you can see in that. I am not going. So these are the effective policy and its implementation on the ground is the way to realize the benefits. A special effort shall be ensured in the policy for increasing the use of jute geotextile. Target users of jute geotextile are largely with government projects. Effective coordination with the planning section of engineering department shall be ensured. Customer support mechanism for JGT shall be developed along with easy apps connecting users, consultants and contractors in a single app. I don't think any app is there till time. So a app will now Internet of Things are there. App will keep us connected. So anytime junior engineer can know that which specification has to be used. We need to talk in the mobile, connecting somebody. Feedback mechanism shall be effectively introduced. Introducing the latest IoT aspects. Target-based service and product development with strong coordinated R&D shall be ensured in the policy. Technology shall reach to users with more efficiency. Then infra communication setup. A setup is to be developed only to communicate the infrastructure related project. Dedicated. With latest IoT specially designed for JGT. The purpose is to reach to the users. That's all. Increase efficiency in capacity building of JGT stakeholders, connecting professionals in a network spread across the country. It is still here, but it has to be more frequent. Target-based R&D for site-specific support to provide design and DPRs for helping the users to sanction project at its planning stage. Modernization of existing jute mills to produce more JGT. Many jute mills are incapable of producing jute textile. So these are the main things. So thank you very much for giving your time. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now the session is open for interaction. Thank you, sir. And I request the chair of the session, Sri Mahesh Hirmat, to present the memento to Dr. Malay Kumar Deb. And thank you, sir, for highlighting the sustainability aspects of Jute Geotextiles. So I will now invite the co-chair of the session, Chaudhary, sir, P.K. Chaudhary, to present the memento.
I would say only one thing about Dr. Deb. Next session. He is so passionate about jute geotextile. He, with his own pocket money, he constructed an experimental road in Tripura way back in 2007. Thereafter, without any charging anything, when I took the initiative to prepare the IRC guideline, then he helped me a lot, and he also visited NRIDA IRC headquarters and gave the technical presentation along with me. And thanks to Dr. Deb.
Thank you, sir.